And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another day, another week, another edition of the WTL World Team League 2024 Summer Contest Round 11, day number 3. We just wrapped up with the Sparkling Tuna Cup, and now we are back. We have returned with the World Team League, the final day of the round robin group stage. Of course, I'm your host, Live VIP, and with me, I'm joined by these amazing players, and we are getting ready. We have our two initial competitors. We have Wayne and ByuN. Wayne for Starlight Twinkle, ByuN for Shopify. As a reminder, this is our first match of 3. We have 3 best of 2s, and it all comes together in an overall best of 7. It's going to be Wayne versus ByuN, followed by Krystianer versus Harstem, and Cham versus Scarlett. Oh boy. So quite a lineup we have here ready for you, and again, this is the final day of the round robin stage. We're going to be having a bit of a break, a couple of weeks break before the playoff bracket. The playoff bracket is going to be insane, it's going to be massive, it's going to be huge. A lot of StarCraft to come. A lot to come to crown that World Team League champion. For now, Game 1 is going to be on Oceanborn. Let's go. Now, as a reminder, for a bit of context here, for a bit of transparency, this event did begin in the middle of the finals of Sparkling Tuna Cup. So, as a result, we are a little bit behind. We're going to be behind around half an hour. We're going to be behind around half an hour. So be careful when it comes to the spoilers. Be careful when it comes to looking elsewhere. But here we go. We're jumping in the bottom left-hand corner. We have Wayne for Starlight Twinkle. Sorry, bottom right. In the top left, we have ByuN for Shopify. Let's go. So we are playing a little bit of catch-up here. We'll do our best to skip out on those breaks and to catch up with what is going on live. For now, is going to be our initial openers. And we're calming things down. ByuN are going to be opening up on the low ground, so it looks like a 2-axe Reaper opener. And oh my god, a Terran exists? It's crazy. If you were here earlier, we did just broadcast, I misspoke. I did say Sparkling Tuna Cup, sorry, it was the Sparkling Protoss Cup, and we had non-stop PvPs throughout Sparkling Protoss Cup, and now we can finally, for the first time tonight, cast a Terran player. We also casted one Zerg earlier. We did cast Nikic, true. There was one Zerg player that we casted in the previous broadcast, but now we can embrace more Zerg players, more Terran players. There is more than just PvP in StarCraft. It's crazy, I know, it's crazy. Like, how could there be? There is. Sometimes. Ay, ay, ay. Fun fact, we also had non-stop PvPs last night in WTL, so even World Team League cannot fully get away from it. We had 3 PvPs in a row last night. It was crazy. It's been a lot of PvPs recently. It's been a lot. For now, though, we will be embracing this. We do have our initial 2-axe Reaper out of ByuN. The goal of this opener is to delay the third base, to contain the Zerg player, to pick away at drones, pick away at queens, and to keep Wayne on the back foot. We'll see if Wayne can establish his third base at a reasonable time. Likewise, we'll see if he can find a way to punish this as well. And, of course, minimize losses. Let's go. Oh, it's SR. Sorry, just need to update the Twitch title. SHR. But now, ByuN moving out with his initial Reapers. Again, we shouldn't be overly investing into this. It should be like 3 Reapers at most. Especially because Wayne has not attempted to expand. He's going to be stuck on 2 bases that much longer. The second Reaper is on the way. Third Reaper behind it. And so far, dancing with the links. We do pick off one of those links so far. We've checked, we reconfirmed no third base has been taken. Wayne is contained. So ByuN just getting up to 3 Reapers. Behind this, ByuN is transitioning, working towards a factory. Should be working towards his add-ons as well. Into a tech lab, into reactor. Ooh, links are in position, but we do not lose a Reaper yet. So far, so good. Again, we're just containing Wayne and delaying the third. That is the win condition for ByuN. Interesting, ByuN delays his add-ons. He's going for a third CC. So very greedy play here out of ByuN, going for a third CC before the tech lab, before we get into full add-on production. There we go. Now the tech lab's on the way. Reactor had already begun. Yeah, just really greedy stuff here out of ByuN. We'll see if we can get away with it. Does get a tumor. Ooh, for the cost of a Reaper. Not the best trade there from ByuN, but again, he still does delay the base. Still worth it. And back at home goes for an add-on swap. Interesting. Going to be delaying marine production in favor of Hellions. Okay. Now this can lead into a Hellbat push. A 360 hellbat push is not unheard of. Not in this matchup. So I'm curious if we are able to preserve these Hellions early on. Now they're going to be moving out. We have double eBay on the way behind this. Again, really greedy stuff out of ByuN. Delaying Marine production, delaying Marine upgrades in favor of the third CC, and now double eBay as well. The greed, man. I mean, ByuN is favored in this series. Definitely. So he's looking to get away with it. ByuN will threaten Wayne. 1-1 is on the way. Wayne not going to be embracing Roach play. +1 melee in production. Interesting. Prioritizing +1 melee of all upgrades. Behind this double expanding, this is something you have to do. Just because the third is so late, you have to take a fast fourth to make up for the delayed third. Bailey Nest now on the way as well. Interesting. It's interesting just because usually as a Zerg player in ZVT you would prioritize carapace over melee more than anything. Lings are amassing. Wayne just being safe against all these Hellions, making sure he doesn't lose much to a dive. Hoping he doesn't lose much to a dive. Every Hellion being forced back. Wayne, he's doubling down! Yeah, we're making more Lings. We're making more Lings. We're getting ready for... Is this a plus? Okay, no, we're joining up. Okay, we're joining up a little bit. We still have a lot of Lings to work with. And Wayne has to make use of them. Behind this, now he's droning. Lair is in production. Still working on the 1 Evo chamber. It's going to be crazy if he goes into +2 melee as well. That would be wild. Wayne moving out for a counterattack. Might even cash the Hellions. Ooh, Hellions, they cash the Lings instead. We do get eyes on this. ByuN racing back home. Likewise, Wayne running into a wall of Marines. Oof. We will somewhat get us around on some of these Hellions. We're coming from behind. Oh, but it's going to cost us so many Lings. So many Lings do go down. Yeah, not the best trade for Wayne. Leading out a lot of Lings and still refusing to... That was 50 Lings! Oh my god, the efficiency! That was 50 Lings going down, and we're still making more Lings. We are not joining. We're still on 45 workers. +1 melee is done. +1 melee into bailing speed. Do we go into +2 melee? Is that what's happening right now? Wayne, what's going on? Oh my god, did we get a pause? Oh. I'm curious if he will. For now, he just hasn't droned, and yeah, we're jumping back in. Ling's going for a bit of a run by. We do catch out a tank, and we get into the mineral line. ByuN out of position. If ByuN is going for that hellbat push that we spoke about. But back at home, SCVs are falling. We're going to get the mineral line. 19 SCVs. Oh my god. And back at home, we're barely holding on. It's slow Banes, but on creep, it's enough. Wayne, he holds the line back at home. He harasses across the map. 30 SCV kills, crippling the economy. And we're still not done. Remember, these are +1 melee Lings. They trade well. Do trade well here. Getting the Marine, more SCVs going to be falling, and we're still massing up more army. Finally, Wayne drones. Finally, he's droning up at least a little bit, getting up to almost 3 base saturation. But the wall is wide open. Who needs Bailings when we have all these Lings? As we get a full surround, we collapse in the natural base. We can see ByuN microing his heart out, trying to micro back behind the mineral line as well, but we came to the production. We're on top of the racks, we're on top of the factories. We can't make anything. And we can't make anything else at this point. And Wayne is snowballing out of control. This is a very peculiar build that he went for. Cutting workers at 45 and flooding on +1 melee. Something we don't see too often, but hey, he was able to catch ByuN off guard. Able to catch him out of position. Shut down the Hellions, move out just as ByuN moved in. Bailing speed is done. We're getting to +1 carapace. And here comes the nail in the coffin. Here comes the Bane bust. Here we go. Wayne getting ready to pull the trigger, and ByuN just barely has an army standing. He's down to 14 army supply. Handful of Marines, medevacs. And we're looking to break on through. GG gets called, and Wayne will take game number 1. Whew. GG. A very interesting build out of Wayne. Hyper aggression. Very aggressive there out of Wayne, able to catch ByuN off guard. ByuN a little bit under the weather, but overall had no idea what the hell Wayne was up to. That was not a standard game out of Wayne whatsoever. And was able to pull a fast one over on ByuN. GG. GG, well played. Did it catch ByuN off guard. And now we are getting ready for our next game. And spawning in the bottom left, we have Wayne. In the top right, we have ByuN for Shopify. Of course, Wayne for Starlight Twinkle. Loading into Crimson Court as game number 2. Once again, ByuN opening up 2-Rax Reaper. So ByuN is going for the same opener. Wayne this time going for a 15-15. Okay, so this is a big divergence for Wayne. With this 15-15 opener, Wayne is going for a slightly faster expansion, a slightly faster spawning pool. Does mean that Wayne will be better set up here defensively, but it also means that Wayne's gases are going to be later, means Ling's speed is going to be delayed, means that he's going to have less of a kind of aggressive nature to him here in game number 2, at least early on. This will most likely lead into roach play, but we'll see. Meanwhile, ByuN getting his 2-Rax Reaper up and running. Is getting it up and running here. Soon to be moving out across the map. The overload will eventually confirm this. You can see back at home, Wayne still has not taken a gas geyser. And if we delay the gases even longer than this, then again, it is quite highly of a chance that we will be embracing roach play instead of Ling Bane. May just skip Ling speed entirely. As the gas is now being taken. Okay. So we don't open completely gasless. We're not pulling a dark. We're not that crazy. Now we're going to be calming things down. You can see ByuN actually with that full wall off is mining through those gold mineral patches, so can soon expand. And we'll be looking to take that linear third. Reapers are moving out. And we'll see what damage ByuN can get done. We shall see as ByuN does hit the natural. Dancing with the main army. Dancing with the Lings. But more importantly, just making sure that Wayne is stuck on 2 bases. That is the initial goal here of this opener. Now we saw last game that Wayne basically turned this into an all-in, double expanded and just went for just mass Ling Bane, or just mass Ling. He's also too concerned about his economy. This time though. See what he does embrace. You can see Wayne, he has an abundance of gas and he has no started Ling speed. So it should be roach play. Technically, it could be 2-base Lair into Spire, which would be crazy. Behind this, ByuN once again going 3cc. There's the Lair. Lair is prioritized. Reapers are being forced back. And are we crazy enough to go 2-base Muta? Against a 2-on-1 variation? No shot. Okay, roaches. I was like, that'd be crazy. Roach Ward has been thrown down. So it is going to be roach play out of Wayne. Which again makes sense just because of how late your gas is. It means Link speed is going to be delayed, so it may as well just skip Link speed and embrace roaches. You can see Wayne mining through those middle patches on the left hand side, looking to expand and take the linear third. Again, because of the limited attack paths from the Hellions, it does also mean that you don't actually need Ling speed or Lings that early on either. You can defend with Queens and Roaches. Behind this, it looks like it's going to be 3cc into Banshee play out of ByuN. This time he does not go for the add-on swap for reactored Hellion production. It's going to be reactored Marine. We skip out on the Hellions entirely. So no Hellion aggression. It's going to be instead a 2-on-1 with Banshees. Interesting. The 2-on-1, of course, being the 2 Raxes, the 1 Factory, the 1 Starport. Stim is being prioritized. Now, medevacs are going to be delayed because of the Banshees, but Wayne needs to confirm. Banshees are not common with this build, with the initial 2 Raxes, so it's possible that Wayne might skip Spores and might pay the price for it. Like, if Wayne gets ready for the medevac push, which I wouldn't blame him, it should be medevacs on the way, not Banshees, then he's going to be caught with his pants down. Banshees are moving out, followed by the medevacs. Now, thankfully, I believe Cloak wasn't researched, so not the biggest investment into these Banshees. Meanwhile, Wayne is not droning. Once again, Wayne is going all in. Let's go. Wayne is moving out across the map with Roach Ravager. Moving out with everything he has. And ByuN will confirm. He does confirm the move out. He's going to chip away at the Roaches. Chip away at the army. And here we go. This is it. No bunkers, no tanks either. Uh-oh. We don't have the best defensive setup. We're going for the production. Rax forced to lift. Second Rax as well. Boys are being pulled. ByuN is in trouble. Ooh, as we deny combat shields. Yeah, we do deny it. The army going to be dancing, going to be trading here with the Marines. Banshee does focus on the Ravagers. Ravagers go down. Tank has arrived. We do get 8 SCVs, but these Roaches, they're battered, they're bruised, they're going down. Yeah, we barely don't have enough ByuN defense. ByuN does hold at a cost, though, at a cost of 14 SCVs. That's a lot of economic damage. The problem, though, is now ByuN can go straight for a counterattack. He's going for a double drop across the map, and Wayne has some catching up to do. We're still stuck on Roaches, no Ravagers. Evo Chambers on the way, Infestation Bits on the way. Third base now getting saturated. We're now just now droning. Just now droning up. And the drop has arrived. And Wayne is not in position. Uh-oh. Do rotate over. Queen under fire. The Queen is going to go down. And we can focus on the drones. Oh my god. In the blink of an eye, 8 drones go down. And just like that, ByuN maintains his economic lead. ByuN still ahead economically. We have mules, we have SCVs, we have a third base. 4th CC on the way for ByuN. We don't even need it, but why not? ByuN getting ahead in the base count. And in a moment of desperation, this makes sense. Wayne is going for an Infestor. Infestors, they can help out quite a bit here when it comes to transitioning into Lingbane Roach Ravager. They allow you to have some kind of splash damage. Infestors is still on the way. Meanwhile, Hive is being researched. We do get eyes on the Hive. 4th base being thrown down for Wayne. 4th base almost done for ByuN. And I was curious what the Hive was going to be for. We have our answer. Hydras. It's going to be Hydra Lurker play from Wayne. Wayne is going to try to turtle. He's going to do his best here to turtle up, to try to stabilize here against ByuN. And it's not going to be easy. As ByuN is still being freely active. While the fungal does connect on the vials. Ooh. Don't, unfortunately. Vials rain down. The medevac does thread the needle. Does avoid those vials. And that Lurker Den has been thrown down. So Wayne, he's on the road. He's on the road to recovery. We're getting there. If we can make our way to Lurkers, then we can take a fight. We can hold. We can stabilize. Can we get the fungal? Up! We can! Catching some Marines. That's okay. Catch a handful of Marines. Backup base on the way. Oh, the 4th base is now getting saturated. ByuN is on 84 workers compared to the 69 of Wayne. Nice. I mean, it is a nice number, but not ideal. We need more. We need more than 69, but not satisfied. There you go. Lurkers now on the way. Working on those high-tech upgrades. ByuN is going to be soon maxing out, especially with this 4-base economy. That 4th is not a planetary, it's an orbital. That is greedy. Okay. Very greedy here out of ByuN, getting further ahead. And the scary thing right now is that Wayne, the soup does lie. As it often does, the soup does lie. Wayne has inflated army supply with Roach Ravager. ByuN is going to have a much more efficient army. Wayne going for the Nidus. Nidus would be a good way to bypass the main army of ByuN. Likewise, Wayne knocking down those rocks. Down the rocks, ready to move out. Nothing really threatened on the right hand side. There's no base, so not really much to do there. Both players maxing out. Meanwhile, we can see ByuN getting into ghost production. We have some Vikings on the way that'll help when it comes to the Vipers. Oh, nice fumble! Very nice fumble out of Wayne. Catches how many? Oh, wait, no, that was like 2 ghosts going down. Very nice pickoff. Very nice catch. Unfortunately, we cannot really gain any ground here. There are just too many tanks. We cannot break the tank line. Not with lurkers. Going for the Nidus Worm, but alas, we're in position. Deny the Nidus, we clean up the changelings. We clean up those changelings. Now we have +1 melee on the way in a Bailey Nest, so you can see that Wayne, he's trying to get out of Roaches into Ling Bane, which would be more ideal. He's working on it. Vikings, they will shut down the Overseer. Nidus Worm on the left-hand side. So far away. Sorry, ByuN, just more concerned about expanding, taking another base. And the tanks can now start to fan out. So the map is being cut in half. We're splitting the map in half. Right now, there's a lot of pressure on Wayne to tech up and tech out of this. That's why he's working on the Bailey Nest, on +1 melee, Adrenal, Ultra Cavern, Greater Spire. Do need to tech up and tech out. But we're still getting there. Still working on it. As more Nidus Worms are attempted. But so far, ByuN shutting them all down. Denying all the Nidus Worms. The main army is spotted and Wayne is going for the 3rd. And ByuN out of position, just the 1 tank within range. Tank goes down, planetary as well. But here come the ghosts. Oof, and the snipes are going to be insane. We shut down the roaches, we're getting into the lurkers. And this is not the best trade for Wayne. Leading out a lot of supply, a lot of gas as well. Has to pull away. The Nidus gets shut down. ByuN being so attentive here with these Overseers. Sit down time and time again. Likewise, oh my god, the snipes. Likewise, once again, snipes popping off. We get a decent... No, Lurker's Wave? Lurker Wave. Spine Shot going off. Took down the Ghost. Oof. We can see Wayne rotating over, taking a lot of tank shots to the face. Let's pick off 1 tank on the high ground. drop gets across the map. We're pulling Wayne apart. Really just distracting the reinforcements. Wayne busy. You see we're reinforcing with 60 lings. But these are still +1 melee lings. The upgrades are still very lackluster here for Wayne. Yeah, +1 melee, not going to cut it. 24 banelings on the way. See if we can collapse in. Do deny a CC. Do force a cancel. Siege line still holding strong. I would love to see Liberators here out of ByuN. I mean, it's a hard call to make. As the lurker count gets higher, you do want libs. But you don't want to take into them too soon. As it looks like Wayne, for the most part, has been able to get into Ling Main Hydra. Putting out most of his lurkers and roaches. And he's rolling in. Oh, but the choke point is brutal. Yeah, the tank volleys are too much. GG gets called. Wayne cannot break ByuN. And Wayne taps out. ByuN ties it up 1-1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Again, Wayne was stuck with a very, very subpar army. We were talking about it, about the lack of upgrades, the lack of tech transition as well. There was no Spire, no Greater Spire, no Ultras, no Spellcasters, referring specifically to Vipers. Like, Wayne just had a really rough army, and with that, GG. GG, well played. ByuN just tied up 1-1, and we have a series. We have a back and forth. ByuN is the ace player of Shopify, but for ByuN to drop a map, that is a little bit concerning. That is a little bit worrisome. Wayne may have lost game 2, but he did his job. Wayne did his job. He gives the rest of his team a big opportunity to bounce back. A big opportunity, Pappy. Let's go. As we are getting ready here for our next best of 2. For our for once again, a PvP. We're back. We are back. It's going to be Krystianer versus Harstem in a best of 2. Game 1 is going to be on Dynasty. Krystianer, of course, he is the Sparkling Tuna himself. Did go down earlier in the semifinals of the previous tournament of Sparkling Tuna Cup earlier today. But he's here to duke it out, to flex his skill against Harstem. Here we go. When it comes to the hierarchy of European Protoss players, it does feel like Krystianer has risen the ranks and is now up there amongst the top 4, has now surpassed Harstem, but we'll see if he can fight back. As in the top right-hand corner, we have Krystianer for Starlight Twinkle. In the bottom left, we have Harstem for Shopify. Here we go. Are going to be settling in. Again, if you recall the previous series that we did feature Krystianer, it was a PvP between himself and Shameless in the semifinals of the best of 3, and it went all the way to the ace match, but Krystianer, where he struggled the most against Shameless, was some failed aggression. He tried to go for some proxies, some all-ins, and Shameless was able to survive to his best, in a way, Showtime impression, and survive the aggression of Krystianer, which allowed him to settle into a win eventually. But Krystianer may have a different approach against Harstem. Expect a different approach here. As we are jumping into our PvP. But now 2-gate opener. It's going to be a 2-gate opener all around. We're loading into Dynasty. Dynasty, of course, being a very unorthodox map, has a gold pocket base that's going to be available. Neither player should take the gold yet. The gold should be reserved as a 3rd or as a 4th base later on. Taking it as a natural is a very risky maneuver and very difficult to get away with. Let's go. As Krystianer is moving out for a scout, meanwhile Harstem throwing down a proxy across the map. Let's go. The pylon has been thrown down, and this is a good position for a proxy Stargate. Proxy Stargate would make the most sense for Harstem. We'll see if that's what he does embrace. As there it is, the Stargate has been thrown down. Meanwhile, Krystianer opening up Robo. Interesting, a very safe opener out of Krystianer. This Robo opener that he's going for is designed to completely shut down a one-base all-in. So Krystianer playing it safe. Shield batteries on the way as well. Oh, yeah, Krystianer, he's overreacting. Like, Krystianer, he has not scattered what the proxy is. He just knows that there is a proxy somewhere. Little does he know that it's a macro opener out of Harstem. And this means that the turns might table. What I'm referring to is that this opener out of Krystianer may develop into his own one-base all-in. Once he realizes what's going on. Oracle's on the way. Krystianer opening up Prism, that should be to harass across the map with Adepts. To get some economic damage. So far, there's the expansion, and Krystianer does scout. Very good positioning with the probe. He does confirm there is an expansion, and now he can take his own. Can take his own base. Adept does threaten the shade. Does commit to the shade. A bit of a slip up there. And the Adept does go down. A massive pick off. There's the expansion. Oracle towards the main. Krystianer, is he in position? He is. Krystianer is in position. Does affect the Oracle. Oracle is deflected. Base has been taken. Adepts moving out across the map. And we'll see if Harstem can get any damage. Likewise, we'll see if Harstem can defend back at home and minimize losses. War Prism slipping in. Harstem does have Adepts. Sorry, does have Stalkers. Is in position. Nice response so far. Oh, the hope. Oh my god, the movement. Let's go. Harstem does body block, does protect his mineral line, and we do not lose any workers. So it's been a little bit of a give and take here, where Harstem doesn't get any probe damage across the map, but likewise, neither does Krystianer. So both players, they bounce off each other. The downside here is that Harstem saved his Oracles. Krystianer did not save his Adepts. So a better trade for Harstem. Likewise, Harstem does take a slight economic lead, as his expansion was slightly faster. Does have that faster expansion. Oracle's moving out, Sorg's in position. Getting a bit of hull damage, just a little bit. There we go. So now we are going to be settling in, getting into our 2-base setups. Do have Immortals on the way for both players. Oracle still at finds a probe, not bad. Be able to keep up. We're now going to be able to keep up with ourselves. Krystianer first take a third base, first to expand. Does spot the main army, is aware, and the Observer is going to be hunted down. Oof. Observer does fall. Sorry, he's just distracted, responding to the chat a little bit. But we are on a delay. And this is a bold move out of Krystianer. As he spots the main army, he is going for his own harass, once again towards the main base. Harstem does expand, is going for the gold, risky maneuver. The gold is spotted by Krystianer, and he will catch the Oracle. Nicely done. Crisp control from Krystianer. He shuts down the Oracle. Peeking away at the main army. Charge on the way for Harstem. The pressure is now on Krystianer to make sure that this gold base does not get up and running. Does not get saturated. But Harstem coming in from the right-hand side. Oh, can we get the sentries? Oh, not quite. Stalker goes down. The Prism! Oh my god, the Prism getting low as well. And it looks like the Prism will fall. Massive pickup. We snipe the War Prism, get the hell out of there. At the same time, Adepts a shade into the natural. And finally, Krystianer, he finds some economic damage. This is what he's been looking for quite some time. Shading into the main base. Oh my god, we're getting so much done. These sword apps, they get 7, they get 8 probe kills. Can we get 10? Oh, not quite. Yeah, we don't quite target fire towards the end. We could have gotten 10 probes, but it missed a little bit of miscontrol. Regardless, 9 worker kills is very nice damage. And just like that, Krystianer takes a 10 worker lead. Now, Harstem can make up for it with the gold base. The gold minerals will allow Harstem to, you know, sustain some of these losses and allow him to make some of these slip-ups. Can afford to lose some workers here with the gold. So Harstem can recover. Meanwhile, Krystianer building up back at home. With the Templar Archives on the way, it's going to be for Archons. So Charger Archon on the horizon for Harstem, and he's still continuing Immortal production as well. He's going to have quite a hefty army to work with. So here we go. Rocks are being knocked down. Harstem pushing through. The Archons have arrived just in time. Krystianer is setting up a wall of shield batteries. Can he prepare in time? It's going to be close. It is going to be close here. We have a wall of shield batteries. A wall of Archons. It's not easy to push into this. I don't think Harstem should, actually. Prism just barely does avoid that Phoenix. As I'll say, bust into the mineral line. We're collapsing some of the Archon. We catch one. Oh, the overcharge does barely keep it alive. The Archon lives. Zelsa headed towards the main, distracting Harstem. Very tense moment between our players. Very tense. Even trading nicely against the Zealots. Do trade nicely. Big Zealot Warpin denies the expansion. That's a kill! Oh my god! That's a kill and a cancel. A reaction from Harstem on camps as well. As we recall back home. Krystianer, he's in the driver's seat. At the same time, though, zone 4th base getting harassed. Krystianer moving out. Krystianer's moving out. It's going to be a kill on the 4th as well. Yeah, Krystianer's all in. He's going all in. Can he make this work, though? It's going to be close. We have reinforcements behind this. Archons trade with each other. Zelt's on the way as well. And it looks like Krystianer, he's not quite going to be able to break through this. Yeah, Harstem, he is getting on top of the Immortals. The Immortals are going down. Just barely. GG gets called. Harstem barely takes the fight. Whew. And takes a 1-0. Oh my god. Calm down, Harstem. Calm down. But does it take the 1-0 lead here? Not just for himself, for his team. Who will take the lead? Let's go, as game 2 is going to be on Oceanborn. Let's go. I see in chat someone asking about predictions. Predictions will not be open just because we are playing from a delay, or streaming from a delay. As in the top left we have Krystianer, in the bottom right we have Harstem. But I did mention earlier, but just to reiterate, this event, WTL, began during the finals of Sparkling Tuna Cup. So because of that, we are playing catch-up. And we did start the stream, I want to say, around half an hour behind. So a bit of a half-hour delay. But we are catching up. We're basically cutting breaks. We're cutting breaks. We're speeding through them. And we are slowly catching up. We're getting there. We're getting there. But because of that, no predictions. Likewise, no spoilers in the chat either, otherwise you will be timed out or banned. For now, we're settling in. It is going to be a double gas open out of Harstem. Likewise, double gas out of Krystianer, getting into our gateways. Nothing too crazy. No one is opening up with a max packs gates cyber expand. No one is that wild. Here we go. We are moving out. Now, we saw in the last game, Harstem did embrace a proxy Stargate, which didn't get that much done, but may opt to do it again. May up to do it as well. As Harstem does throw down the fake proxy pylon on the right-hand side. Throws down the fake proxy. Not going to be committing this time. And we'll see how Krystianer reacts and how he responds. If you remember in the beginning of Game 1, he did open up with a Robo, a very defensive start out of Krystianer. A little bit concerned that it was going to be a real all-in in Game 1. Shall see. As the Probe Scout does slip into the main base. Attempting to get a full scout. Its eyes on the pylon. Likewise, Krystianer checking, confirming the expansion. And is now aware it's safe to take his own base as well. As a result, Harstem will be slightly ahead in the base timing. We'll have that slight lead. We have our tech of choice, Harstem opening up Robo. Interesting. There's going to be a Robo opener here out of Harstem. And both players should confirm this. We do have our Hallucination Scouts. We do see a Twilight Council opener out of Krystianer. Likewise with Hallucination does confirm the Robo opener of Harstem. So it's going to be on Krystianer to keep up with any crazy Prism plays, like more Prism harass across the map. We can see Harstem opening up with early Immortal production. Interesting. Okay. We go. So Krystianer is moving out. He is moving out across the map. Pushing towards the left-hand side. Immortal production has already begun, and it looks like the first Immortal should pop out just in time for this push. So Harstem is ready, even hallucinating one of his own Immortals. And hoping to tank some shots. Krystianer poking in and going for the Immortal, does lock it down, and he will get it. The Immortal will fall. Nice pick up here out of Krystianer. Likewise, end up shading in. Getting a probe, getting two. 2, 3 probes go. Oh my god. Harstem getting so much damage across the map. Getting far too much. 5 probe kills, 6 probe kills. And unlike the previous game where Harstem lost, to be fair, even more than this, there's no goal base to recover from that from. So Krystianer takes an economic deficit. And the pressure is on to bounce back. Pressure is on Krystianer. Pressure is on. Both players working towards blink. Krystianer will have a much faster blink timing. Bear that in mind. We can try to make use of it, as Immortals are amassing to make up for our otherwise Stalker deficit. So Harstem is going to have a less mobile army, but a little bit more robust with all these Immortals. It's going to be a lot more robust. Krystianer does tip in. Oh. Trading with the sentries. Once again, I'm loving Harstem's use of hallucinations just to tank shots, which can be very important here in this kind of dynamic. As the Immortals did tank a volley there. Adept shading in. Harstem's keeping up. We will get a couple of workers there. Likewise, Harstem doing the same across the map. Ay, ay, ay. We get 4 probe kills from the side of Krystianer, but likewise we get another 4 across the map as well. The Adept Harass is getting a little bit out of control. Yeah, he's getting out of hand. Krystianer forced recall, bleeding out too many Stalkers. Harstem does catch him out. So basically, Harstem's been turtling up back at home. He's been able to successfully defend, has been punishing Krystianer, likewise Adept Harass across the map, getting far too much done, and Harstem has quite a nice lead. He's ahead in army supply, ahead in economy. Krystianer, the pressure's on him to somehow find some damage, catching a Warp Prism, an Immortal. Pressure is on. Trying to fight the army. No, the sentries! We get 1. We get 2. 2 sentries go down. The Observer saw everything. Krystianer just cannot find a way in. Just cannot find a way, not towards that 3rd base. Harstem going to be expanding, taking a 4th. Maintaining his economic lead. Harstem is soon pushing out. And Krystianer, can he hold against this? I mean, he only has big Stalkers. That's a problem here. He's stuck with a subpar army. Too many losses early on. And this army from Harstem is snowballing out of control. It has just begun too much. Game 1 was quite close. Game 1 was very close between these players. And if Harstem didn't have such a tech-heavy army, then I would say Krystianer can definitely hold against this. But we have Archons, we have Immortals, we have everything we need. As long as Harstem doesn't fumble the push here, which we have seen in the past. True. Krystianer warping a massive wave of Zealots. Does collapse in, running into the Archons. Hey, Krystianer, he dives on that Prism. Prism goes down, but we can lose every single Stalker. And likewise, these Zealots on their own, they can't really do much. Nice kiting with the Archons. We pull away, and we shut down the Zealots. Harstem waiting for his own reinforcements. Unfortunately, no Warp Prism, so reinforcements are delayed. Warp Prism just now on the way, is being rebuilt. And Krystianer does at least buy time by sniping the Warp Prism. This would be where, you know, another kind of tech structure like a Dark Shrine or a Bay would come in handy. Zealot not too bad. Is going to be distracting. Is it going to be pulling a Harstem to the left-hand side? At least buying time. But you can see here that Krystianer is just stuck with gateway units. Like, he doesn't have any gases. He has no gases behind this. He can't really afford Immortals or Archons. Or any other form of tech. Krystianer's just not set up for it. It's just not set up. Harstem does rotate. Once again, just out-positioning Krystianer, getting onto the high ground, taking control of the ramp as well. Oh my god. So many Zealots do melt. Yeah, we're going to be burning through those Zealots. Likewise, we're just cutting Krystianer off. We're able to hit the 3rd base at the same time. The 3rd is under fire. And we will be able to knock it down. At the same time, Krystianer dropping into the main. But this did need to occur sooner. Rotating, trying to catch the Prism. Trying to at least. Once again, Krystianer out of position though. When we get on top of the 4th base is going to go down as well. Yeah, Harstem all over this. Kills the 3rd, kills the 4th. Recalls back home. And Krystianer is going for the base trade. This is the best opportunity for Krystianer at this point. Has to be the base trade. is getting a lot of economic damage done. A lot of herbs are falling. And it will collapse on the 4th. He can always recall. Recall is available. Ooh, massive Archon shot. Oh my god. The Archon volleys are insane. And do we go for the recall? Do we commit? Oh. Yeah, we do try to recall, but Zealots are left behind. And not enough room for them. We clean up the Zealots. Worker counts are similar, true. But Harstem has an army, is the problem here. In a head-on fight, Harstem will take it. And Krystianer has been avoiding that fight for quite some time. And GG gets called. Harstem will take the 2-0 and will take a nice lead for himself and for his team. GG. Whew. Harstem making up for ByuN's earlier loss. Again, Wayne was able to pop off and tie things up with ByuN, but Harstem is able to make a solid lead for himself and for his team, and now it comes down to the ZVZ between Cham and Scarlett. Cham needs a 2-0 to force the ace match. Scarlett needs to win one game to claim the series. Oh boy. It's going to be a close one. It is going to be a close one here. I mean, it's going to be a tense one, I should say. Scarlett is favored, which is the worrisome thing. Scarlett is favored coming into this. And we'll see if Cham can make some magic happen. I want to believe that Cham can take a game. I want to believe. But we need two. One game is not enough. And here we go. In the bottom right-hand corner, we have Cham for Starlight Twinkle. In the top left, we have Scarlett for Shopify. Let's go. Here we go. We are getting ready here. We have our ZVZ. Our first ZVZ of the night. Also, shout out to Krystianer. Again, it's just been not his day. We saw him fold earlier in Sparkling Tunic Cup and now here in WTL. Some rough matches there for Krystianer. But now we can embrace something a little bit different, something a little bit more wild, and at times chaotic. Can embrace the ZVZ. For the time being, Hatch Gas Pool standard openers between our players. Standard openers between Cham and Scarlett. And we'll see where this takes us. Oh, so my apologies. I say standard openers. Okay. Scarlett going Hatch Gas Pool. Meanwhile, Cham does go for a slightly different variation. Bit of a later Gas Geyser here from Cham. Bit of a later Gas. I'm curious if this is indicative of Cham going 2-base Roach. Could be the case. As I believe Cham went for a Hatch Pool Gas instead. So we'll keep our eyes on Cham as we are settling in and joining up. It's actually been a long time since I've casted a ZVZ. Like, we cast on a daily basis here and at times multiple times a day, but yeah, the last ZVZ was maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago. It's been a while. I think it was maybe Dark versus Rex in ESL Asia from 2 weeks ago, maybe. Might have been our last ZVZ. Smurge. Bring them back, Papi. Bring them back. There we go. Link speed is on the way. So even though Cham had slightly later gases, he still embraces Link speed. It's all good. We will be expanding, taking our third bases. No one is playing 2 base. Not yet. Not in game 1. Third hatcheries are being taken. Cham going for his nest. Does throw down the main nest. Meanwhile, Scarlett is holding on to gas, but should not be too far behind. Never mind. Okay, Scarlett is skipping the Bailey nest. Okay, greedy move here out of Scarlett. Is going into the Evo chamber. Evo chamber's on the way instead. Into a Roach Warren. Risky move by Scarlett. skipping the Bailey nest and going into just purely Ling into Roach. And this does mean Cham can be aggressive and Cham can be assertive. He just double down and go for a Ling Flood. Oh. And Cham is. You can see here 16 Lings on the way. Cham is going to pull the trigger. Cham has cut workers at 28. And Scarlett is going to be in some trouble. Scarlett going for +1 carapace is going to be for Ling Roach. But defending without Banelings is going to be difficult. We'll see if Cham can break through. There we go. Banelings are on the way. Roach 1 has been thrown down. Scarlett is going to be the defender. And Cham is going all in. Here we go. Behind this, Cham is droning. Regardless, he's committed. Rallying Lings across the map. Checking the third base. The Queens are trying to keep up. And ideally, Cham. Oh! Dump track the. Oh no! We dump track the army in! Massive connections! Scarlett losing every single Ling, and now we collapse on the third base, and this base should go down. The Queens are coming in to support, though. Regardless, insane connections here out of Cham. More Banelings on the way. Roach is now amassing for Scarlett. So far, Cham has traded well. And can we get even more done? We're going for the Queens. He busts into the mineral line. Drones under fire. We target down 2 of those workers, almost 3. Not bad. And we did morph in 2 Banelings, but where exactly are they? Oh, they're waddling in. Yeah, they're waddling in here, but gonna be a little bit too late. Cham has to back up. Scarlett holds. Scarlett does hold and has made it to Roaches. And now Scarlett is going for that +1 carapace timing. It is now Scarlett's turn to go for an all-in. Scarlett cutting workers at 38, and now Cham. Can he hold on? Can he survive this? +1 carapace is about to kick in. How the turns do table. Scarlett evacuating her third base. Does evacuate. I mean, it wasn't even saturated. It was fake. Fake saturation at the third. Oh, but the base is getting quite low. Cham overextending a little bit here. We don't want to be out here. Yeah, we don't want to be out on the map. And Cham does overextend. Scarlett catching out some of these Roaches, getting on some of the Ravagers. Oof. A rough fight for Cham. Has to kite back. Ling reinforcements are on the way. Cham trying to get on top of the army. Oh, the Biles! Ooh, do connect. Biles do connect. Cham trading nicely with those Lings. But Ravagers have morphed in. And yeah, the start of this fight was just a little bit too in favor of Scarlett. Catching a Queen! Queen is going down. Ling's coming in first around there. With offensive advantage, does Cham have enough? It's going to be close. It's going to be very close here. Cham collapsing all those Ravagers, trying to focus them down, but alas, cannot get on top of them. And Scarlett snowballs out of control. GG gets called. And Scarlett takes game number 1. Whew. GG, well played. Scarlett does take the first game, a very intense game 1. Cham had some solid moments, but if you remember, Scarlett was the entire time going for a Ling Roach Ravager all-in. That's why she was rushing to +1 carapace, a bit of a solar build. Was going for the all-in, and the initial Ling Bane aggression from Cham was not enough to kill Scarlett. Was not enough. Cham, likewise, in the aftermath, was a little bit too greedy. A little bit too economic. Did drone up a little bit too much. And had a really rough start to the fight as well, being caught out of the map. Just so many little things just going in favor of Scarlett. And here we go. We're getting into game 2. In the top right-hand corner, we have Cham for Starlight Twinkle. In the bottom left, we have Scarlett for Shopify. And with that previous win, Scarlett will claim the series for Shopify Rebellion. There will not be an ace match. There will not be a game 7. As Scarlett did only need 1 game to claim victory here. GG. Here we go. We are getting into game 2. For now, hatch first, all around. Getting into our hatch first openers. And we should be headed into just standard hatch gas pool setup. Once again, Cham is going for hatch pool gas. So slightly later gas geyser. Slightly. This is just Cham's opener. It's just what he goes for. It's what he does. He likes it, man. He likes it. What he does enjoy. But outside of that, no kind of major deviations here. No insanely early gas or insanely early spawning pool. We're settling in. Are going to be settling in. Of course, after this game, we will be getting ready for Team Liquid versus Shopify. Sorry, Team Liquid versus Vitality, what I meant to say. We'll be diving into that. But we'll see if Cham can redeem himself here in Game 2. Overlook dipping in. Just getting eyes on the opener, getting eyes on saturation, making sure that we are droning. Everything looking as it should. Just happily droning up. Settling in. Scarlett going to be taking her third, and Cham shouldn't be too far behind. Interesting, as Cham has yet to expand, going for 2 extra queens. We're playing 2 base, okay. Cham, he skips out on the hatchery, goes for an extra wave of queens instead, and should be walling off with an Evo Chamber and a Roach Warren, as his third base is, yeah, non-existent. So my eyes are going to be on Cham here, as he is droning. Yep, Lair is on the way, Evo Chamber, Roach Warren as well. Upon seeing this, Scarlett can make the choice to cancel her Bailey Nest and just go into Roaches herself. Has that option. It can be risky just because Cham could go into a Link Flood. That is possible. But I believe Cham did skip Link Speed. He skipped Link Speed, that's why he can afford that Lair. Lings do slip in. Big scout here out of Scarlett. Does get eyes on the Lair. We confirm the Lair, we confirm lack of Link Speed. Gas is being taken as well. And we do have all 4 gases on the way. Cham embracing +1 range, getting into 2 base Roach. Now, this doesn't have to be an all-in. This could just be a way to skip Ling Rain and get into a later third instead. As Scarlett is denied entry into the natural. Scarlett is denied. There's still 1 Ling left over in the main, just barely. They'll survive. And now Cham can finally expand. And third base is on the way. Roaches are amassing. Scarlett being as annoying as possible. Going for the rescout. Honestly, it's really important that this Ling lived, which means we confirm there is no Spire. Right? That was always an option. That was always a possibility here that it could have been 2 base Muta. So Scarlett does confirm that there is no Spire. Does confirm that Roaches are on the way instead. So is now aware of the Roach play. Getting into her own Roaches. Scarlett joining up to 50. Ooh, and Cham, he's cut workers at 44. He's going all in. Cham is going all in here. We're doubling down. Scarlett did join up a little bit more, but that's okay. We can afford to get away with 6 extra workers. Scarlett is building up her own Roach army. Again, not over droning. There's no reason to. The third base isn't even done. And Cham is droning. Okay. Cham is droning up. He's droning up. He's getting +1 carapace. So Cham is not going for an all-in. And we'll see when and if Scarlett realizes that. And when and if Scarlett starts droning herself. But now Scarlett's still amassing a lot of Roaches. And Scarlett can turn this defense into an offense. This is a scary thing about like faking an all-in and faking aggression, is that you're forcing your opponent to make roaches, and if you're not making them yourself, if you're droning up too much, then you might be caught with your pants down. As you can see here, Cham is behind in the army supply. Cham has been droning. Cham is still droning. And Cham is working on +2 range. Sure, that's going to be a great upgrade, but we're not going to get there. Scarlett's moving out. We had a contamination on +1 range, but now it's just lined up with speed. Like, it doesn't matter. And here we go. Scarlett is pushing. She cut workers at 50 long ago. Has not made a single drone, and here comes the counter all-in. You made me do this. Roaches, they hit the third base and we overwhelm. There's just not enough to defend. The boys are being pulled. Cham was too greedy. Cham droned up too much. We have some vials going up. They somewhat connect, but not good enough. Yeah, we have an overwhelming surge of Zerg. The swarm is here. And we're snowballing out of control. We get on top of the Ravagers. GG gets called, and Scarlett will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Scarlett will take it. Again, this is the scary kind of dynamic that takes place in ZVZ, is if you force your opponent to not drone and make an army, you have to deal with the consequences of that. you have to deal with that at some point. And Cham, he did force roaches out of Scarlett, did drone up too much. With that, GG, well played, was caught with his pants down, and Scarlett took the win. GG. With that, we're going to be going on a short break, and we're going to be cutting this break a little bit shorter as well, and we'll be jumping into our next series, into Team Liquid versus Team Vitality. See you soon. See you soon, bye. See you soon.